O'clock, so I will go ahead and call today's meeting of the Board of Trustees of the San Bernardino Community College District to order. Prior to roll call, I'd like to make clear for the record of this meeting, and it should be reflected in the minutes, that the San Bernardino Community College District Board of Trustees business meeting is conducted pursuant to California Government Code Section 54953. Student trustee Espinosa is participating by Zoom conference. Let it be reflected in the minutes that student trustee Espinosa has an advisory vote only, which will be cast immediately before the regular members of the governing board cast their official votes. I would now like to advise the board members that any votes taken during the teleconference portion of this meeting will be taken by roll call. So with that, student trustee Garcia, if you will please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Pursuant to Board Policy 2350, any person may speak to the Board of Trustees either on an agenda item or on other matters of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board and before any board action is taken. Comments must be limited to 3 minutes per speaker and 20 minutes on the same or a substantially similar topic, unless a majority of the board votes to extend the time limit. As a matter of policy, members of the board may not discuss or respond to matters raised during public comment unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion or action in open session. If you have questions about access or if you require accommodation to participate in the public meeting, please contact the Chancellor's office at 90938 in advance of the board meeting as possible. Chancellor, do we have any public? All right. First up, I'd like to invite Shar Burgess, president of the Redlands Historical Museum Association. You get a podium and a microphone and everything.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this new wonderful jewel in Redlands. We're so excited to have all of you here. This is one of very few groups that have been able to come here at this point. So we are in the process of, through the good efforts of Dr. Gonzalez, building the exhibits so that the museum can open to the public, but it is not yet open. When it is open, you will be able to enjoy this facility event space, also the museum and a museum store. We recently gave the entire $30 million facility to the city of Redlands. We've been raising the money for about 8 years. The entire facility is the dream of two women who started it about 20 years ago. So it's really come quite a long distance, and we're just thrilled to have all of you here. There are newsletters on the back table if that would be of interest to you, if you want to know a little bit more. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to invite Don McHugh, the director of A.K. Smiley Public Library.
Well, thank you and good afternoon, everyone. My role is to also welcome you to this wonderful facility. As you've heard from Dean Burgess, that we received this just this past year after a quarter century of work by a lot of people to try to make a dream, a long deferred dream, a reality of a world-class museum where we can better interpret our history and serve as a meeting place for our community. As Shar mentioned, you're one of the first groups that have had the opportunity to kind of test out, your beta testers, I guess, of our event pavilion space here. So if you like it, please spread the word to others. The RHMA and the city want to make it available to the community and for folks who want to use it. As you heard, my good colleague, Dr. Nathan Gonzalez, that I've been working with for 25 years now, he and his team are working on putting together exhibits that reflect the entirety of the history of our community. We hope to have that open later this year, and you certainly will be invited to some of our many grand opening festivities that we're working on right now. This building, this institution is a partnership between that RHMA organization and the city of Redlands. Nathan, myself, Dr. Correa Collado, and others are city employees. We count on volunteers and others in the community to help us get our message out. I know we already collaborate with a lot of your students who've done internship and work for us at A.K. Smiley Public Library, our Lincoln Memorial Shrine, our Contemporary Club organization that we affiliate as well. Part of our mission, along with your mission, of providing educational resources to our community. So we can work further with you in the future. We'd love to. Please get the word out. and have a great rest of your meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And speaking of the Lincoln Shrine, not to throw down a gauntlet, but Crafton Hills College sends 8 students to the Lincoln dinner, and I'd sure love to see some Valley College students there too.
That's how we're going to start the meeting.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
All right. We'll move on to section 4, recognition and celebrations. The applause cards. If we could have those up, please. Thank you very much. We'll move on to retirement recognition. Chancellor.
Thank you. We have 2 individuals that have submitted their retirement documentation. The first is Kim Dubois Eastman, Professor of Psychiatric Technology at Valley College. After 11 years of service to the district, Kim submitted her letter of intent to retire effective December 31st of this past year. Kim will retire as a full professor of psychiatric technology, a position that she has held since 2014. We also have Bruce Underwood, a professor of business at Valley College. After 10 years of service with the district, Bruce submitted a letter of intent to retire effective December 30th of this past year again. Bruce will retire again as a full professor of business, a position which he held since 2016. We wish them both all the best in their next chapter.
Thank you, and congratulations on retirement to those employees. Moving on to Board of Trustees and Chancellor reports, the Board Committee and Activity reports. Do we have a report from the Board Finance Committee, Dr. Houston?
No report.
All right. And I believe there is no report for the Board Legislative Committee?
That is correct.
Okay. There is no report for the Board Policy and Procedures Ad Hoc Committee. Regional and State reports, Board of Governors, Trustee Williams? No report. Okay. Joint Powers Authority, Trustee Houston?
No report.
Wow, this can be an interesting meeting. Okay, we'll move on now to the Chancellor's report.
They yielded me all their time. I'm kidding. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Before we get started, I really want to thank the Museum of Redlands for hosting us today. We really appreciate the warm welcome by 2 very distinguished Redlands community leaders. I also want to thank our board chair, Dr. Gonzalez, for opening up the doors and making this space possible for us today. Redlands has such a strong sense of history that it feels very fitting right now of where we are within our legacy within the community. It's a big year for our district. As you all know, we will be celebrating our 100th anniversary of serving this community. And to mark that milestone, we put together a very short centennial video. It shares a bit of where we've been and who we are. So can we show the video, please?
For 100 years, people in the Inland Empire have walked through our doors looking for a better life. And for 100 years, they've found one. This year, the San Bernardino Community College District and San Bernardino Valley College mark a century of opening opportunity close to home. It started in 1926. Local workers from every trade and walk of life, community members who believed college shouldn't be far away or out of reach.
And here's something that many people don't know. In 1926, voters in San Bernardino created San Bernardino Valley Junior College. This was the first college in California that was designed as a junior college.
And it grew. Veterans returning from war, parents taking night classes after long shifts, young people dreaming of something more, senior citizens learning new skills and finding new purpose in this stage of life.
Then came a spark. Students flipped the switch on KVCR in 1953, the first radio station owned by a community college.
In 1962, it became Southern California's first public educational TV station. It grew into an Emmy-winning station. And today, it's home to FNX, First Nations Experience, the nation's only Native American TV channel, created with the Uvayatum Nation of San Manuel.
In Yucaipa, community partners stepped forward, donating 523 acres so a new college could grow. Crafton Hills College opened in 1972 and brought new opportunities to the East Valley. Soon after, Crafton launched the region's first community college paramedic program. Those graduates still answer the call across 2 counties every single day, protecting families like yours.
Valley partnered with the Sheriff's Department to create one of California's largest law enforcement academies. Generations of peace officers started their careers right here.
Welders, nurses, teachers, technicians, small business owners, a whole region shaped by people trained at Valley and Crafton.
And today, that impact is everywhere. More than $720 million returned to our community each year because our graduates earn more and spend those dollars at local businesses. When people trained here succeed, the Inland Empire succeeds. And so you, real training, real skills, real jobs that strengthen our community.
In 2001, the district opened a workforce training center. People coming home from incarceration came for a fresh start.
The Inland Empire faced recessions, rising rent, raising costs. Families held on, and the colleges held on with them. Still affordable, still within reach. And the students kept coming because even in the toughest times, we stayed the affordable college option in this region.
Today, nearly 30,000 students a year train for careers that keep this region running. Caring for patients, teaching our kids, protecting us from wildfires. They study after work and after putting their kids to bed because a better life starts with one class, one certificate, one chance.
And now, as we begin our next century, new classrooms, labs, and student spaces are being planned to help Inland Empire residents train for the careers of tomorrow.
100 years behind us, a new century ahead, and a community that still believes in opportunity, in hard work, in second chances, and in each other.
Let there be more first-generation graduates, more skilled talent trained right here at home. Let the next century begin. We are ready.
I love that video. I want to thank our trustees and our college presidents for being a part of the video and lending their voices. It really reflects the collective leadership behind our district. And as we know, and as we look ahead for this year, there's a lot to be excited about. And one of the things that I'm excited about is going out into the community over the next few months and talking with different community groups, business leaders, educational partners across our entire region. We'll be sharing the impact that our college has had on this region and also talking about our needs of our students and mostly spending time listening to them about what our community would like to have. And I want as much input as possible so that we can be thoughtful about our priorities and what we want to be able to accomplish over the next 10, 20 years, and perhaps even lay the foundation for the next 100 years. So that's what's at the heart of our community, right? Of our community college district, is providing the community what they need and what they want. I also want to acknowledge that this past Monday, when we honored the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, we were so proud to support the 46th annual MLK breakfast hosted by the Inland Empire Concerned African American Churches, held this year at Entrepreneur High School. Meanwhile, at the another community function, our very own trustee, John Longville, received a Lifetime Achievement Award for his years of public service, both as a trustee and in his earlier roles as a mayor and assembly member. This award was from the Juneteenth Education Technology Mobile Arts Center, along with the National Juneteenth Committee. So what I learned is that Trustee Longville, while in the assembly, authored the California bill that first established an official state observance of Juneteenth. In July 2002, Governor Gray Davis signed AB 1749 into law, which is now a federal holiday, the Juneteenth National Independence Day. Congratulations, Trustee Longville, and thank you for your service. And I'd like to wish everyone a great start to 2026. And that is my report.
Thank you, Chancellor, and congratulations, Trustee Longville.
Sure.
And Dr. Betters has a comment that she would like to share.
Yeah, me too. Well, first of all, let me just say, the Chancellor was Educator of the Year, and I know she likes to run right past that, but this is a body that's doing some great things under your leadership, and it was called the Inland something, somebody help me.
Oh, Inland Empire Economic Partnership.
Inland Empire Economic Partnership, and it was an honor to stand up with some of my colleagues here and across the district to acknowledge you and to recognize you. And we are just so doggone proud of you. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Thank you. And the other thing I just want to say about that video, which is just spectacular. My goodness, that video nails it. I was at an event today, and there was a young man that I was introduced to, and he goes to the University of Redlands, and he found out that I was on the board of trustees when somebody just happened to mention it. And he went on and on about his experience at Crafton and how wonderful it was and how pivotal it was for him as a launching point for what he's doing. He's an art major. I thought that was just absolutely incredible. And he went on and on about you, Dr. Houston, and saying how he had talked to you a few times about some things and just how you have really shepherded him. And that kiddo is going to live right here and do everything that we just saw in that video. So that is how crucial this middle piece is that we get to do as part of this college district. And I just want to thank everybody in the gallery, everybody that's just involved in that process. This place matters. So thank you.
Trustee Williams?
Yeah, and congratulations again to Dr. Rodriguez. I'm still getting used to saying me too, because I want to say Dr. Chancellor, but opening day, yeah, right. Opening day was, excellent. The chair for sharing the stage with me and giving me an opportunity to give testimony. But I wanted to just say something about Trustee Longville that I'm not sure how many folks know outside of what was just shared about the legislation for Juneteenth, but the Transportation Authority for California, really, he's responsible for the city of Rialto having a stop for the train. And there's a bust of John's whole image there. But if you ride the Metrolink and go into, I believe it's Cal State Long Beach, there's it's Cal State LA. There's a big sign commemorating his role in
I'm just listed among others on plaque as having got the funding for that station.
Yes, and but it's a significant thing to have someone who's done so much in California to be part of our board. And so I just wanted to call that out in conjunction with the Juneteenth. And John is a honorary member of the Black Caucus for lifetime, and so I just wanted to share that. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, moving into the action agenda, we have item A, the approval of minutes of the December 12th, 2025 board business meeting.
I'll move. Second.
All right, we have a motion by Trustee Betters and a second by Trustee Williams. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll go with our roll call vote. Student Trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Student Trustee Espinosa? Trustee Betters?
Aye.
Trustee Houston?
Aye.
Trustee Longville?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, the motion carries. Item B, prioritize board directives for development of the 2026-27 budget for first read. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second by Okay, so we have a motion by trustee Betters and a second by trustee Longwell. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed with our roll call vote. Student trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Student trustee Espinosa?
Aye.
Trustee Betters?
Aye.
Trustee Houston?
Aye.
Trustee Longville?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and motion carries. Item C, guiding principles for the $15 million state grant to KVCR. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll motion.
Second, but my mic doesn't work.
Uh-oh. Okay, we have a motion by student trustee Garcia with a second by trustee Houston. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to the roll call vote. Student trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Student trustee Espinosa?
Aye.
Trustee Betters?
Aye.
Trustee Houston?
Aye.
Trustee Longville?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion carries. Item D, guiding principles for the FCC auction proceeds. Do we have a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve with a second by trustee by trustee Williams, with a second by trustee Betters. Is there any discussion? All right, moving into the roll call vote. Student trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Student trustee Espinosa?
Aye.
Trustee Betters?
Aye.
Trustee Houston?
Aye.
Trustee Longville?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries. Item E, naming Engine Bay at Public Safety Allied Health Building as the Captain Michael Orland Engine Bay. Do we have a motion to approve the naming?
So moved, Houston.
All right, we have a motion by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Williams. Is there any discussion? I would just like to thank the family of Michael Orland for making this significant gift to Crafton Hills College. So if there's no other discussion, we'll move on to the roll call vote. Resolution 60122 FPC01, approving the use of design, build, construction, deliver method. Do we have a motion to approve the resolution?
I'll move that, Houston.
All right, we have a motion by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Garcia. Is there any discussion? If there is none, we'll go to our roll call vote. Student trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Student trustee Espinosa?
Aye.
Trustee Betters?
Aye.
Trustee Houston?
Aye.
Trustee Longville?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, the motion carries. We'll now move on to the consent agenda, which is of course expected to.
I just wanted to make a comment about the I course.
Okay. Any other items to pull for discussion? All right, so is there a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of item A2?
Houston.
No second.
All right, we have a motion by trustee Houston with a second by trustee Williams to approve the consent agenda with the exception of item. There will be no discussion because it's the consent agenda, so we'll go straight to the call. Student trustee Garcia?
Aye.
Student trustee Espinosa?
Aye.
Trustee Betters?
Aye.
Trustee Houston?
Aye.
Trustee Longville?
Aye.
Trustee Williams?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, and the motion carries. We'll now go back to, is there a motion to approve that item?
Second.
All right, and now discussion.
I believe I pulled the wrong one, but I don't see it. It's the English course that it looks like it's introductory to AI literacy, and just was excited about seeing that show up in the course, and just wanted to encourage more of it and even more complex versions of it, because usually affluent communities get this kind of curricula and they get like deep versions of it, and so just being able to see it as an English course. I don't remember which one, 71. So yeah, I just wanted to make that comment that it was really cool to just come see it. I know folks have mixed views about AI, but it's here, and I think folks in our community really need to understand how they can manipulate and engage with this kind of technology.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? All right, so we have a motion by trustee Williams with a second by trustee Betters to approve item A2 from the consent agenda. We'll move to our roll call vote. Student trustee Garcia,
Aye.
student trustee Espinosa, trustee Betters, trustee Houston,
Aye.
trustee Williams. Chair votes aye, and the item passes. Moving on now to the reports of our represented groups. We'll begin with the Crafton Hills College Academic Senate. No report today? Okay. How about the Crafton Hills College Classified Senate? All right. Crafton Hills College Associated Students. San Bernardino Valley College Academic Senate. San Bernardino Valley College Classified Senate. San Bernardino Valley College Associated Students. CSEA. CTA? Yay, all right. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Faculty union rep. So just give you updates of our CT activities. We just had our winter retreat. I guess we all about to go on a retreat preliminary. And we also met joint effort with both academic presidents that were there representing, and we pretty much discussed common issues that we had between the union and, that impact faculty. Those issues would be dual enrollment. We had a discussion about that, distance education, and then faculty and committee assignments, the responsibilities of management and also faculty when it comes to assignments to committees. Let me see here. We also talked about the new academic calendar and what we're going to do with those 10 extra days. I know we were talking about whether those are going to be used for meetings or not. And those are the main discussion points there. And then we also talked about the upcoming events for the current semester for the union. And you all have an open invitation, the Board of Trustees and district leadership to come out to these activities. The first meeting we're going to have is an inter-union meeting with the San Bernardino Teachers Association. Okay. And then we also have what else is going on? Our general meeting that's going to take place on February 25th. And that's going to be a general meeting social at the Escape Brewery. Okay. You're all welcome to come out and have a drink and relax. Okay. And a popular one we're going to have again this year, this semester will be on March 7th. It's our bowling event. Stop by and said hi. Vice Chancellor Hanna was there too. So I think Vice Chancellor Hanna up everyone on the who was it sharing the lane with you. So great job. So I'm going to bring some what do they call the ringers come out. Yeah. So feel free to come out to that event. And then you also have our upcoming e-board elections. You're going to probably see some new current faces in new positions and also some new faces also. We also brought in this year or this semester a fill-in or full-time faculty rep, Danae Hart, which is a fantastic individual that's doing a great job thus far. Okay, and it's going to be split up in two elections. We're going to have a presidential election focusing on that, and then a separate election for the remaining e-board members. We're doing that with the hopes of getting more possible candidates to run for position. So, and we should have a president filled by the time we come back from spring break. So, okay, let me see here. What else is? And then another emphasis we're going to have. Hopefully, we can get the support from the district on this is Prop 55. We're doing gauging our support from our faculty. We're trying to get 85% of our faculty to sign a petition to get an idea if we're going to have strong support at least within our district. So we appreciate the district's support on this because we know that if that money doesn't come through Prop 55, it impacts our funding for different programs throughout the district. So please support us on that. Okay, let me see here. And then lastly, we want to thank both college presidents, Dr. Horan, for approving the recommendations of the High Intensity Lab Committee, okay, and also his team to be able to approve remote work for our student service faculty. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, and also Dr. Contreras, you've been someone who's been highly talked about on our e-board. We love you. Apparently, you're just on it. Issues that come up,
Yeah. So we appreciate the responsiveness and to be able to release have a resign time. I believe it's 1.0 for someone to be able to serve on the dual enrollment committee. So, but other than that, thanks for all your work and thanks for the time and thanks to Redlands Museum for hosting us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Gonzalez. I'll report a few updates from Valley College, but first I want to stop and pause and say congratulations for a very deserving award, as well as our Chancellor for Educator of the Year. Thank you, Chancellor Rodriguez. And the start of the spring simply stellar at Valley College. We had a very creative and engaging convocation week and an opening day that was epic. It's really becoming a vibrant live campus, and we have a few things to live up to next year because we're celebrating 100 years and these 100 events. We're adding things like coffee, we're adding things like entertainment, and we had a Taiko mixed Japanese drumming to celebrate our API community, embed that into our opening activities, and a really big lunch for every participator in our gym. So just want to thank the campus for an engaging opening day, especially Keenan Giles, who's our PD lead among the faculty, counseling faculty, and VPI Letitia Hector. Also, I'd like to share enrollment is up again, which is outstanding, about 8.5%, 14,673 students at Valley College for the spring. That is awesome. And again, thank you to our faculty, to our VPI Letitia Hector, our VPSS, Yvonne Gutierrez Sandoval. The efficiency and the leading with care really goes a long way. Another part of that enrollment is financial aid. The disbursements of Pell Grants, which is very important for our student-centered funding formula. That is up 23% compared to last year, both in numbers and amount distributed. 3.6 million distributed, 3,300 students distributed financial aid. Again, our interim director, Rosie Esparza, Carmen Rodriguez, our dean, Yvonne Gutierrez Sandoval. The intentional efforts in financial aid go a long way to help our students. Also want to thank VPAS Keith Bacon for helping us with our parking situation, as well as our Executive Vice Chancellor, Jose Torres. We have additional parking, about 500 spots in remote lots with shuttles, becoming quite the talk of the campus in a positive way. But we really appreciate the effort to help our students and be student-centered get into class. And finally, also want to commend our communications team. Celebrating 100 years with 100 events is really big and puts a lot of pressure on our facilities, our maintenance, and we thanked those areas before. Also want to thank our PD because those events require additional staffing. So thank Chief Bonnet and the police officers, but especially for the communications team. The branding at Valley College is outstanding right now. Light pole banners, banners around our construction sites, different monuments, different things that are helping bring the campus alive. And it's so important as we celebrate 100 years. And I just really want to thank Paul Batulin, Marvel Lee Diaz, Matthew Kim, and the 20 hourly workers in communications that are really making our campus foster a sense of belonging and making the campus look beautiful. That concludes my report.
Thank you, President Contreras. And we'll move on, of course, to Crafton Hills College now. Dr. Haran.
Well, let me start off by saying one of the things that we were able to do on opening day, thanks to the work of our Student Equity Committee, was give out our Equity Champion Awards. And I just want to acknowledge one that's here tonight, Robert McAtee, who gave a report earlier. The counseling department was selected as the Equity Champion for the departmental award. He's part of They're doing all sorts of amazing things in creating students getting greater completion rates and more education plans, and leading into helping with leading our enrollment growth. We have met our spring target, and we are only 15 FTEs away from meeting our annual target, and we haven't even started our late start classes yet. So we're really excited about that. Lots of great work from the counseling department and our completion coaches and all of our classified professionals that have been helping students get into classes as well. In addition, last semester I reported we had 51% of our spring sections that were open educational resource courses, meaning zero textbook costs. Well, that's now 55%. And I want to thank Keith Wirtz for leading that work with the faculty to do that. And just to thank the board members for approving the naming of the Michael Orland Fire Engine Bay. Margie Orland, his mother, has done an amazing job at stewarding his legacy from the San Manuel Fire Department. She's been at every fire academy graduation to give out the scholarship in the name of her son. And if you would like to come and meet her and just to spend a few moments with this amazing person, on Saturday, January 31st at 3 p.m., we'll be having our celebration of naming the Fire Engine Day. And just to clarify, Dr. Gonzalez, we have 7 students and 1 faculty member attending the Lincoln Dinner, which they are all very excited about and shepherded by our wonderful professor, Sabrina Jimenez, who's bringing her students to the dinner. So.
Thank you, Dr. Rand. Yeah. Executive Vice Chancellor? Vice Chancellor of Human Resources and Police Services? Vice Chancellor of Educational and Student Support Services? Associate Vice Chancellor of Government Relations and Strategic Communications. Do we have any questions or discussion of the information items listed in item? We will enter a closed session to discuss confidential matters that are agenda. Do we have any public comments on closed session items?
No, sir.
All right, well, the time is 3:38 and we will convene closed session. meeting. Clerk Betters, do we have a readout?
Thank you. Absolutely. On January 22nd, 2026, in closed session, the board unanimously approved settlement agreement and general release between the district and employee number 30365, effective December 29th, 2025. Under the agreement, employee number 30365 releases the district from any and all legal claims. On January 22nd, 2026, in closed session, the board unanimously approved the dismissal for cause of employee number 24323 from the administrative position of Director, Financial Aid and Scholarships, effective January 23rd, 2026.
Thank you very much. The next meeting of the board will be the board retreat right here in this room at 4:30 p.m. Museum of Redlands Event Pavilion, 1 North Center Street, Redlands, California, 92373. The time is 4:14. And the meeting is adjourned, and we'll see you all in 16 minutes.
Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. And for those who are interested in a real quick ground floor look around in the building,